hello. Welcome to another episode of Get Rich and Fit Tryin. So after a couple trials and errors, we finally got everything right. So now we're going to go ahead and get right to it. I'll see you on the other side. Let's go. Hey, good morning, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Get Rich and Fit Tryin. We're going to go ahead and get this party started. Hopefully this thing is already set the way it, yep, okay, kept my settings good. All right, Mark is about to open in a little bit. And I have myself set up on my Robinhood. That's what's important. All right. Wow. I was in this play from 6 o'clock this morning, right? No, even earlier than that. And I was like, okay, let me just put my stop loss. My stop loss was like at 66. Because I knew that we could have attacked for new highs and everything. And it does it like that. Oh, that is just the most jerkish thing I've seen. Go check all my positions. Look, you see, I knew it. I knew they were going to do something like that. And so I sat back and I was like, okay, so if y'all going to do that at 4 o'clock in the morning with the London, knowing that y'all have no business doing that, the thing was just a trap. Look at that. They trapped all the bulls that probably stepped in during the early part of the session. That is just crazy. Did you swing anything, Mert?
So I ain't swing anything. When I saw they got the all-time high, I said this ain't nothing but a bull trap here.
Yeah. I feel you on that one. I feel you. This. And the funny thing about it, this 4 hours, what really made me curious, I thought we was going to keep on going up. I feel like we're standing on the top of the shoulder of this giant. Whoever this giant is that stepped in, and as long as we don't go ahead and touch this fair value gap in any way, fashion, or form, we ain't coming down. And that's why I took the position like I did. And that thing, it jerked me. I'm a little upset about it. But you know what? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Oh, man. That's what they say until you start to realize you got punched in the face, right? Oh, man. All right, so my firm is up. I had swung something overnight. Where's my Schwab? Oh, you know what? I put my Schwab inside of my Robinhood. Let me see how I'm doing over there. Why is it me, or it seems like my Robinhood is moving like molasses? Reset orders. Okay, these are my positions. Can I see what it total? Really? What's killing me? I really thought, you know what, I'm gonna still hold on to it. So I got something a little nutty. I got some 570 calls on Q's, and I think I'm gonna just hold on to it to the end of the day. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on with this Charles Schwab. Can I see the order? Playing with this new software from the page. Hey, good morning, Harvey. How you doing? I don't feel bad. I was playing at 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm already negative. Yeah, yeah, just a little bit. I think we're going to continue to make highs today. I think we're going to drift all the way up. I think it's just going to continue. I think we're standing on top of this 4 hour. I think this thing is not going to do anything too relatively crazy. And let's go $100 calls. What are you looking like? Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to hold on to this $100 call until the end of the day and see what happens. Because Charles Schwab is at $96, $97, and I won't be surprised that they want to tap 100 before it's all said and done. Contracts like 18 cents. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's go check out our 15-minute. If you haven't been on here, forget Rich and Fit Tryin. The way we like to play, we like our opening range, something nice and simple. And it looks something along the lines like this. So assuming that this thing stays bullish, we'll be above that bullish line. Charles Schwab is already up $4 on the morning. Can this thing keep on rocking off? Meanwhile, I know my other one is probably gonna beat me up, which is I took that QQQ calls. I'm pretty sure they're gonna beat me up a bit. But I think it's gonna be when we finally break out of this open range, it's gonna be something on the upside. I think everybody that is very bearish, they're like, oh, there's no way it's gonna be up here, and then surprise, here you go. We're here. I really think you're running super slow. What is going on? Okay, I'll stick with the one chart then, because this thing's acting silly. Alright. Let's get over to economic calendar. Where are you? Okay. And for those that was watching BYTTT, I was thinking about Core Civic, not Core Weave. Core Civic. That's the prison company. Core Weave. Possibly. Let me switch this up. I'm bringing the news over. We got Michigan sentiment in like 15 minutes. That's why I'm kind of like holding on to my positions and taking a gamble with everything that I have. Risking about 0.5% of my portfolio. I'm trying to get that compounding right. But I knew this one was going to be a little risky. So it's either will do or me'll do. So did you start yours back up, Hobby? You gonna start on Monday? Okay. You already transferred it and everything? Mm-hmm. They they boot you from Robinhood? Alright, no problem. I didn't think you can get booted from Robinhood. I know you can't mess around with your margins account. That I've heard. Right, Mert? You've dealt with that, the margin account thing and everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. Oh, damn, that sucks. Because when I said they've done some major upgrades, They've done some major upgrades over there at Robinhood. Oh, you talk about that coin that was on Binance, XRP. Mm-hmm. Nothing at all. That is probably some wild crap I've ever heard in my life. Jeez, like, so you can never inside of Robinhood. Did you file a police report and everything? Yeah, I would say if anything, maybe just start one. Well, I'm a big proponent on. I don't like to burn bridges, and I'm not saying that Robinhood is a bridge that you want to save because they've done some funny stuff for people, So, but it's one of the things that's on my thing. When I deal with things, I'm like, you know what? Let me try to knock it out while I can, than to be awakened to a surprise in September 2024. So this is recent. Oh man. Yeah, I'm damn. I'm just because I'm trying to think because I'm thinking like in the heart of the pandemic, you probably didn't even pay attention to it no more. It was just sitting there open. Yeah, I would say the only thing that could save you is if you had a police report. Like, look, here's the report. Here's this, and that's one you just leave alone. Mm-hmm. They basically said, "Oh, we're going to return this transfer because this account is no longer open." Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Just for crypto. Oh, you know what it could be? There was I'm gonna send you a video. Um there's this guy, he does investigative stuff on his name CoffeeZilla, and he does a lot of this investigative stuff. And one of them, he was breaking down these crypto scamming things that's been happening. Like for example, there's like the Melania coins and the Donald Trump coin. Supposedly, there's a big scandal between that, and I don't know if you got caught in any of those, but I know they're staring at crypto really, really hard because of all these, Congress bills coming. So you probably had something in your um, portfolio that stood out, and it probably was like, oh, you scanned, but it's just because you had that coin. Not saying that you actually did anything. XRP. She. Oh, there's a big Shiba is one of them that they're watching, that they're looking at because Shiba and there was one with a moon in it. I forgot what it was called. Mert, you might have to help me on that. But yeah, there was another one with a moon on it, and you had to transfer money to your Ethereum, then transfer from Ethereum to your Doge, and it was only taking Doge or something like that. Like it had to go through like so many. Oh my god, it was like, oh, they hit you on Doge, so that made so what could have happened? Maybe you had to upload your wallet address for your Doge, and that automatically put the red flag. Ah, oh, man, that sucks. No, no, your what you call it, your Robinhood automatically tags all that information. It's public record. All transactions are public record, but you just need to look for. You just need to know what transaction number you're looking for because they have those security keys. You know how they tell you copy and paste this long algorithmic code before you can make a transfer. It leaves a footprint of that. That's how they find a lot of these ransom crypto stuff that was always happening when they hack somebody's company, hold their software for ransom and all that stuff. It was around that time. Yeah, so a lot of that stuff you can find it if you really have the resources to do it. It's a lot of work, but it's possible. So I think it probably got flagged because of the Doge. Yeah, then they don't care. They'll take whatever they can find. So they considered it gambling. Yeah. So you said they the market not taking for you. Oh wait, just wait for the 15 minutes. I really think this is probably the best time to do that. Off the bottom, yeah, because this is an order block right here around that 257 area. Mm-hmm. All right, 15 minutes established. Depending on comfort level, you could consider going ahead and play this up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It wants to go up, but right now we're building order blocks. Let me see if it's a 30-minute one. Yeah, kind of like a 30-minute one. This 2 hour has a very long wick. That's another thing. But we are official on our opening range. Yeah, this thing is running really, really slow. Let me see if I reset my Robinhood. Will this thing speed up? Because this thing is like loading super slow. Okay, that's pretty better. Let's get that going. Good solid off the bounce. I was thinking about playing onto the bounce. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me. You know what? I don't have. I gotta log into my account, but I do not have a screen that takes off my screen. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go into this screen. I'm still around. I just gotta log into my account. I just noticed I'm not in it. All right. I'm just being patient. I'm not gonna react to none of this until after the news. Uh, I'm thinking about taking something a little risky with your bounce, but I think that opportunity was where you got in, and I'm just gonna sit back. You got out, yeah, because this thing could be a start of a downtrend because we just made new highs here. But I'm like I said, I'm anticipating that the new highs is just going to continue all the way to the end of the day. Right now, Qs are at 562. I think we can get to 570, but Right now it's on chill mode, trying to figure out if it really can. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They're trying to inflict some real hurt. I think that 562 or 570 would make NQ get to like 23,500. Could we get there today? The funny thing about it, we did 125 on yesterday. Even if we did 75, that's still good because that'll bring us to like 395, 400. So that's what I'm kind of like keying off on to see, will we get a repeat of yesterday, knowing that we just put in a fresh, brand spanking new fair value gap on the day. Oh, I forgot to show y'all the daily. On the daily. So I don't anticipate that we're going to go ahead and do anything crazy to this level or this degree. But I think we did our first test here into that daily, and that's going to give us that continuation. Look at that Stoke. Nice. This, it is because there's people that's going to take their profits because they don't think that this fair value gap is going to hold. And then you got sellers that's on the sideline that's like, all right, there's more opportunity to the downside than there is to the upside. So that's the battle that we're fighting with now. I'm trying to get myself going to get to use this thing. Mm-hmm. No problem. I want to get to a point where I can use this thing. One shot, one kill. But, oh, what you doing? No, escape. What just happened? Josie, there we go. Hold on, let me fix this problem. Still can't fix it. Come on, get there. Okay, that did not work. Oh, I locked it? That's why. Alright. I'm gonna get to a point where I can just have a massive move. We're gonna tour with this. Get that trade, we just smack it. Bam! That's where we took our shot. So until then, this thing is on standby. I want to have some fun with this. We're back under an order block that I was looking at 4 o'clock. So still rangy, very rangy. You know what? I know what I got to do. I know what I got to do. I'm gonna adjust this one. Massive hit right there. That is a drop right there. They want to short this thing so bad. We're looking for a 5-minute close below, but we're not getting that. So we're going to look for the 5-minute close above, and we're waiting for that to happen, but we'll see if that's going to happen. Let me double check that I got my settings set. Yes, it is. And let me go to my think or swim again. I have some freaking 350 calls. I think I should have rolled it tighter yesterday. 350 calls on Tesla that I've been eyeballing, and I had 2 of them. Right now it's down like 70%, but again, I went really super light because I had a feeling that at 323 was going to be tough on it. What else we got? Still waiting for Qs to get and break that 565. I think we're going to test 565. It's going to happen. That's a strong possibility. Well, want to go down is a perspective. I think this 30-minute candle is giving us order block vibes. You got 6 minutes left. They pushed it 30 minutes this way just to push it 30 minutes that way. That means buyers and sellers are existing. So if we want to get very interesting, let's just take both. This is the fist. This is the fist fight we're in on the order block. Basically, our whole opening range. Mm-hmm. Meta broke freaking 700. You see it on the 1 minute? Which will be here. They're attempting, but I think I'm like leaning that Michigan sentiment is going to be towards the bullish side. Supposedly Trump is thinking about firing Jay Powell. Oh, he can do whatever he wants. Remember, he's the one that appointed him. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, there was a video that I saw recently, and I was like, wait, Jay Powell was there before Biden. He appointed him on the first term when he was the president before the pandemic. Well, that's the funny thing about it, right? If we lower interest, okay, I'm gonna put on my economist hat. Not saying I'm one, but I just play one on YouTube TV. So, if they lower interest rates, right, that means demand is going to pop back up. What happens when demand pops up? That means we're going to get an influx of more raise in prices, because based on what the supply is, maybe it could hold us for a few months or so. But if the supply is really low, that's why we were where we are now, is because during the pandemic, supply was low and we sat on low interest rates for a long period of time, which forces prices up, because I have such a limited amount of stuff from China at that time. Because remember, a lot of stuff comes from like your Temus and Amazons, and at that time it was Wish.com and all that stuff, right? So if you do it too fast, it can cause problems. If you do it too slow, it could make the whole entire economy go to a complete stop. And I think we're like right in the middle of two. I think because they're talking about there's a possibility there will be a cut. We've priced in a lot of it, and right now all these people that's in their positions are waiting for those interest rates to cut, so that way the market can shoot right on up. But again, if the market shoots right on up, what happens? That means inflation is going back on track. That means it's going to go ahead and start to increase, because money is going to be easily accessible and people are going to easily spend. There we go. Look at that. Look at that break. Well, we know what to do if it happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's affecting us per se, because as traders, we get to position ourselves in a way to be successful. But it's one of those things where it's a holy crap moment, you know? It's a he said blow it. Just blow it all up. Just blow it all up. uh, yeah, fair enough. Tesla is up freaking almost $10. No, the market doesn't. The market does not care. Oh man, I was looking for that 323. Ooh, I canceled the idea of this trade. I should have stuck with it. I didn't think it would happen like this, but Tesla is raking a nice little push. I just want to just go over there real quick. There's that 323 level. It held the 323 level, broke through. This is 930. Oh, I should have stuck with it. Stuck with it. What happened, Javi? Oh, you was taking the bounce. We're too close to 10 o'clock. I wanna wait for the news. I'm not gonna lie. I don't wanna take the chance. YOLO. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Mm-hmm. No, I don't want those problems. No, I was on a 1 minute for like 2 seconds. Let me go ahead and switch to five. In like 21 seconds, we're gonna get the 5 minute close. All right. Here's what's gonna tell us a lot of what's gonna happen. Let me bring back the news. Yep. Again, Javi, like I said, I am not one to turn around and play around with the news. So yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. But I wasn't gonna toy with it any way, fashion, or form. But it didn't benefit my meta. Meta's still getting beat up. Mm-hmm. Yep. Molotov cocktails.